Hey guys, I am back with another update video. This is my last for 2019. This background here is actually a t-shirt my wife picked up for me for Christmas with the horror icons on it. There's the way they look in the films, and there's like more of a cutesy version of them. Alright, I got a bunch of Blu-rays here and some DVDs. Well, one DVD. So I'm going to start things off with the one DVD. Alright, we have a Cynthia Rock movie here. This is Lady Dragon. I've been wanting to get her movies in my collection for a while now, but all her stuff seems to be out of print for Region 1. So I was looking around on Amazon and I found this title here. I'm not really a big fan of this artwork though. It's hard to tell what's even going on in this picture. It's a scene from the movie and it looks like Cynthia Rothrock is getting ready to do like a roundhouse kick. It's a really busy, ugly picture. Well, cover art anyways. I haven't watched this one yet, so I'll be checking this one out soon, and hopefully it's a passable DVD. If it is, I may pick up more releases overseas of her movies. All right, now on to some 4K titles. All right, first up, we have Once Upon a Time in the West, and this is a collector's edition. This one comes with all the swag. I was really excited to get this one. I found out about this one through Digital Bits, so I rushed out and I pre-ordered it. Really happy to have this in my collection. Only one place carries it in my town, and that's Cinema One. They had a couple copies. Don't know if they still do, but I'm really happy to have this in my collection. Now, my wife picked up a 4K player for me this year, which is really, really awesome. I was thinking about getting one next summer, but she kind of poo-pooed those plans, which is cool. So she actually got me the movie again on the standard 4K release. And first I was a little bummed out about it, but I thought about it, and it's like, I don't really want to be bringing this thing everywhere. It's got too much stuff in it, and it may get damaged. So it makes more sense if I'm going to bring it to someone's house just to use this as a travel copy and keep this one at home. All right, now my first 4K pickup of after getting a player was Rambo First Blood. This is a Canadian release. I think the artwork is different than the US release. I watched this one the other day. I really enjoyed this one a lot. There's some really great kills in this. In fact, this is almost a slasher movie. Like some of the best slasher kills I've seen in a long time are in this movie. I really did enjoy this one, and happy to have it in my collection. All right. Next up, we have the air release of Robocop. I love this one. This is my favorite Paul Verhoeven movie. I remember seeing the posters for this back when this first came out back in 1987, and the film looked so cheesy. I had no interest in seeing it, but I happened to go see it and just love this film. I love the ultra violence. I love the humor. This is a great movie. I wish the sequels were as good as this. All right. Next up, we have Code Red release, and this is Almost Human. Almost Human. This is one I wanted for a while. I know Shameless Entertainment had this on their site, and I wasn't sure what this was. I happened to go through Sunrise Records, and they had a copy there, so I scooped it up. This one stars Henry Silva and Thomas Millian. I picked this up mainly because Henry Silva's in it, and I'm a big fan of him. He's a character actor and usually plays bad guys, but in this movie, he's like the hero, so that's kind of interesting. Not much in the way of special features, but I am looking forward to watching this one. Okay, next up, we have The New Kids, and this is one I haven't seen since the 80s. I was talking to Aaron Pinn about this movie, and because I had just picked up Tough Turf earlier in the summer, and he was suggested that when I get this one, that I should do a double feature. And I remember renting these films back in the mid-80s, because these films came out pretty much back to back, and both of them star James Spader. In this film, he's the bad guy, and in Tough Turf, he's the hero, which is kind of funny. And I think they're both kind of similar in plots, where a new kid comes to school and there's bullies at the school or something like that. This one also stars Lori Loughlin from Full House and that college admission scam fame now. I'm looking forward to watch this. I do love these series from Mills Creek. I hope they keep these up in the new year, because I really do love these things, even though these are all bare bones releases. All right. Next up, we have the Vinegar Syndrome release of Hell Comes to Frogtown. And this is a film that I should have seen a long time ago. I remember when this film came out originally, straight to video back in the late 80s, but I never bothered with it, and I really should have got it. back then and watched it. So I need to watch this one too. It's still in the shrink wrap. I need to bust it out and watch it. Okay, next up we have Rabid. Now this is the 101 Films release. This is the Saska Sisters remake of Cronenberg's Rabid. This is a weird movie. Like, this doesn't feel like a Cronenberg movie. It doesn't even feel like a Saska Sisters movie. This feels more like a Brian Usna movie. It has that kind of feel. He's got a lot of weird stuff in his films, and this stuff matches that. It's really weird. I picked this one up because I saw that Tony Horn-Tolledge had shown this on an Out and About video, so I rushed out and ordered it. Because I was looking around online and I didn't hear anything about a US release, and after I ordered it, then I found out that Scream Factory has got a release coming up in February, and the artwork is going to be the same. Now I'm curious about the special features though, because this one does have special features, but it looks like it has a second part of a documentary about the Ontario film tax incentive back, which is kind of interesting. I'm wondering if the Scream Factory release will have the full both parts of the documentary. I don't know. Like, I don't really want to upgrade in this title, but if the special features are different, I might, because I didn't really like it that much. Not enough to upgrade, but well, I guess we'll see in February. All right. Next up, we do have a Scream Factory release here, and this is the Blob remake. This is also a double dip for me. I have the old Umbrella release, and I was happy with that one, and I wasn't going to get this one until I was talking with Aaron Penn, and he said, hey dude, there's a lot of special features on this. I looked it up, and sure enough, there's a lot, and so I went ahead and upgraded. I'm still going to hang on to my Umbrella release, though. I really do like that company. All right, next up, we have a recommendation from my good buddy Grant the Horror Fan Man, and this is The Dead Center. I went on this one cold. I didn't read anything up on it, and I really enjoyed this one. If you haven't seen this film, don't read up, don't watch any trailers. Just watch it. You'll probably enjoy the film more that way. I really didn't like this movie a lot. All right. Next up, we have Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. I like this one a lot too. I'm not a big fan of what they did with the cover art here in Canada. As you see here, they have the French on the cover, totally ruining the artwork. I don't know why they do that. They always seem to do this. But the next couple of releases, you can see that they're on there as well. See, next we have the Child's Play remake. I really did enjoy this one a lot. I didn't think I was going to like this movie initially. Like, I didn't like the look of the Chucky doll, and then the fact that they changed the origin of the Chucky doll also for this film. But I do like Audrey Plaza, who's also in this one. And I do like Mark Hamill, so that kind of like balanced it out. Now, I enjoyed this film. There probably won't be a sequel, though. I don't think it's made enough money at the box office. All right, next we have Ready or Not. Really like this movie, too. I'm hoping at some point that we get to see the other film that was similar to this, called The Hunt. I know there was some controversy when it was supposed to come out back in last September. So I'm hoping that after the elections, they will release it, at least if only straight to video, because I'd love to compare both of these movies together. I know they're much different. Like, this one has got something in it towards the end that I know The Hunt's not going to have. So if you haven't seen this one, I'd recommend this one. Okay, two more pickups there. All right, first up, we have It Chapter 2. This one, I actually had to watch this one twice. The first time I had Inedible, and I was really tired, and I was watching it. I kept falling asleep, and I kept waking up during the freaky bits, and it made it even more strange, so I wasn't really enjoying the film, so I had to watch it again the next day. I did enjoy this one, just not as much as the first movie. All right, and last up, we have Annabelle Comes Home, and this is actually my favorite of the Annabelle movies. Didn't really like the first movie. The second movie I kind of liked, especially towards the end, but this one I liked a lot. I really wish, though, they would have hurried up with that third Conjuring film. I think they're damaging the brand by having all these spin-off movies, and it's starting to affect the box office. Like, this one was probably a better movie than The Nun, but it made less money than The Nun. All right, guys, that's it. That's my haul. Thank you guys for watching this year and commenting. Happy New Year, everybody, and I'll talk to you all next time.